Welcome to Frederick at its best. I'm Frederick County Executive Jan Gardner, and we're here today to celebrate the career of a very special and beloved individual, and that's none other than Julianna Albowicz. Julianna Albowicz has represented one of our U.S. senators throughout Frederick County and Western Maryland since 2003. First as a special assistant to U.S. Senator Barbara Mikulski, and then after Senator Mikulski retired, Julianna transitioned to become the outreach director for Senator Chris Van Hollen. If you have attended an event or any kind of special occasion in any of the communities in Frederick County or even as far west as Garrett County, chances are you have met Julianna. She is literally everywhere. Julianna is well known for caring about people and for her friendly, enthusiastic good nature. Julianna has an absolutely incredible work ethic and is willing to do whatever is needed and to go wherever the job requires. In fact, she's fearless in traveling in any kind of weather. Much like the Postal Service, snow doesn't stop her. I have personally known Julianna for a number of years, maybe a couple decades. I first met her when I was a county commissioner and worked with her on federal issues and saw her at lots of events. And then when I worked for Senator Mikulski, Julianna and I worked together. Now I can remember when Julianna sent us a photo of a snow-covered hood of a car on snow-covered roads in Garrett County, and we were all surprised in the office that the event was even still going to happen, and even more surprised that Julianna was driving through the snow to get there.
It was probably Robin. I was riding shotgun.
You might have been. But so nothing stops her, not rain, not sleet, not snow. So Julianna has a great work ethic, and she is really a hard worker, and she knows how to get things done based on her experience and her historical knowledge. Now, on another occasion, Senator Mikulski had scheduled a meeting in Hagerstown with the Washington County Commissioners. And I was in my car driving from Frederick to Hagerstown for that meeting, and the senator called me and indicated that she wanted a memo on a certain topic when she arrived in Hagerstown. So, of course, I couldn't do that memo while I was driving, so I called Julianna and said, hey, could you type this up for me and have this ready in, 20 minutes? And Julianna got the job done just in the nick of time. Now, probably the funniest story I have about Julianna was from the grand opening at Attaboy Brewery right here in the city of Frederick. Julianna was introduced as representing Senator Van Halen. And all of us over a certain age got a good laugh out of that one. Now, Julianna has led an interesting life. She's successfully run a small business, she worked for the U.S. Navy, and she's actually held elected office on her own. She was a council member and a vice mayor of the town of Clear Spring in Washington County. Now, long before she considered retirement, she won a Lifetime of Leadership Award, and her work as an advocate for women's rights has been recognized with awards and resolutions from across the region. Julianna is a glass half full kind of person. She's filled with joy, and she's well known for her hugs, and we've all been greeted with her hugs pretty much any time we've seen her. A mother and a grandmother, Julianna puts people first. She's genuinely interested in other people. And of course, she loves her family, her 4 adult children and her grandchildren. And I'm especially proud and honored to count Julianna as one of my friends. So today, I want to read a special proclamation in her honor, and then I'm going to ask the others who are here with me to share their stories. I know there's a few other proclamations, and to extend their well wishes to Julianna. So today, I have this proclamation. Whereas today we honor Julianna Albowicz as one of the most well-known and beloved public servants in Western Maryland. We express our appreciation for her many years of hard work and dedication to the citizens of Frederick County. And whereas we recall countless occasions where Julianna faithfully represented U.S. Senator Barbara Mikulski as her special assistant and U.S. Senator Chris Van Hollen as his Western Maryland outreach director. She is now retiring with much respect and admiration from these important positions. And whereas in addition to her work with the U.S. Senators, Julianna has been named by the Hagerstown Business and Professional Women as its 2017 Woman of Achievement for her leadership, integrity, and distinguished achievements for the betterment of her community. And whereas Julianna was married for 38 years to her dearly loved husband, William, and they have 4 children and 8 grandchildren. She and her husband co-owned Hoff Inc., a retail store in Clear Spring, for 30 years. She was also the vice mayor of Clear Spring for 10 years. So whereas on behalf of the citizens of Frederick County, I commend Julianna Albowicz for her deep care for our community and for her many accomplishments that have certainly helped to ensure a bright future for Frederick County. So now, therefore, as the County Executive of Frederick County, Maryland, I hereby proclaim today, April 16, 2019, as Julianna Albowicz Day in Frederick County. And we wish her the best of success as she enters this new chapter of her life. And I do have this on a framed plaque for you. So I'm now going to pass a microphone to Mayor O'Connor, and I'm going to step back.
Well, it's certainly been my great honor since I entered elective office in 2009. You were one of the first people at the federal level that I had the opportunity to meet, you and your partner in crime over there, Robin Summerfield. And those of us working in local elected official, I just can't say enough about the relationship that you all provide and the connection to us from the federal level. It really has been a fantastic partnership, and our jobs are made easier because of the work that you do on our behalf, and to be able to cross paths with you at so many different things throughout the 9+ years now that I've been involved in elective office, and knowing that you came from local government, you really had an understanding about what we do at the local level, and so that's really fantastic. And we present on behalf of the City of Frederick this certificate of congratulations to Julianna Albowicz, public servant and community leader. Your public service for more than 30 years with Senators Barbara Mikulski and Chris Van Hollen, and for millions of constituents throughout Maryland, in particular Western Maryland and including Frederick, have made you an invaluable assistant, ally, and friend to many. To the extent that constituents have been heard, their needs met, and promises fulfilled, we owe you a debt of gratitude. We have shared in and celebrated your successes and achievements, and now we encourage you in your next life chapter, which will include more time with the family that means so much to you. All best wishes for your future in retirement, signed by the mayor on behalf of the Board of Aldermen and the residents of the City of Frederick. Julianna, thank you for everything that you've done for me and for the City of Frederick.
Michael.
Okay. I'm going to move over here.
Good afternoon, dear. How are you?
I'm hanging in there.
Well, you're doing a great job, as always. Julianna's been very special to the town of Middletown and to me personally, and all the work that she has done, and I'll share that with you through this proclamation in just a minute. But on a personal note, after I retired from teaching, we were at a grand opening of Boggs Environmental in Middletown, and unbeknownst to me, my family shows up. They're not every ribbon cutting, but they were at that one, and it was because Julianna had organized a proclamation recognizing my retirement from Frederick County Public Schools after 30-some years. So I appreciate that. And it goes to what Julianna does. There's always a personal touch to whatever she does. It's not just what can I do as a representative of the senators, but what can I do for you? So very special. Oh, I forgot to get my glasses, sorry. I'll have to edit this out, Jan. A resolution of the Burgess and Commissioners, be it hereby known to all in the town of Middletown and the Middletown Valley that the Burgess and Commissioners of Middletown offer its sincerest gratitude on the occasion of your retirement to Julianna Albowicz for bringing the municipal perspective from your years in Clear Spring to effectively communicate the opinions, desires, and wants of our local governments, for serving as Senator Mikulski's and Senator Van Hollen's staff assistant and office manager and outreach person in Western Maryland, and for attending events on behalf of the senators in our towns and cities, providing constituent services and conducting community outreach. More importantly, for providing a familiar face as the effective contact between the municipal, county, and federal levels of government, and helping to give us all in Western Maryland a stronger voice in Washington. Therefore, be it resolved that the Burgess and Commissioners of Middletown proudly recognize and celebrate the accomplishments of Miss Julianna Albowicz and the service she has given to the residents of the town of Middletown and the Middletown Valley. We present this resolution on the 16th day of April, 2019. John D. Miller Burgess. Thank you.
Thank you. And next, I think we'll pass the microphone to Senator Young, if you'd like to come over here.
Well, Julianna, I have two for you here. One from Mike Miller and the entire Senate.
Just come from Annapolis.
This has been a busy time down there the last couple of days.
I really appreciate you doing
And Karen's not back yet, so that's why she's not here. But it has been a busy time down there the last couple of days, and with the loss of Mike Bush, and very frankly, it's been a miracle Mike Miller has gotten through this term. So there's a lot of politicking going on with the changes that are going to occur there too. But I know Mike signed this and wanted you to have it, and I brought one for myself personally, and I'm not going to read them.
it. It means a lot.
But
I'll wait until I speak. I don't want to say anything right now.
okay.
I have something special about you.
Oh. Well, I guess when I first met you, you were still a teenager. I mean, that's, and I think you're way too young to retire. But
Oh, well.
you've been a real stalwart member for both the U.S. senators you've worked for, and represented them well. And I know they both speak very, very highly of you. And your present boss still shows up a lot in our chamber. I think as much as he loves Washington, he misses it a little bit because we kind of work together, and he hasn't found that so much in Washington. But we need him there, and I don't know how they're going to do it, but I hope they can find a replacement that's half as good as you've been working with all of us up here. You've just been sensational, and I'm not going to put my hands on your shoulders and kiss the back of your head, but I'm going to miss your hugs.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, would you like to go? Okay, why don't we, does anybody else down here have something to present?
I do.
Okay.
You can go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Hello, Julianna.
Lauren?
I know. Who knew? Survived the session.
You work for him, right?
I do. But I'm here on behalf of the governor's office for the state of Maryland, who would like to also recognize your civil service for over 20 years and your dedication to both the state of Maryland and to the U.S. government. So thank you on behalf of the state of Maryland. Thank you.
So,
You were here, you snuck in.
well, I like you enough that I just drove an hour and 20 minutes from Rockville. I like you a lot more than that. I drive many more hours. But when Lori was nice enough to call and ask me whether or not I'd like to participate, I said absolutely, and not only on behalf of Congressman Raskin, but on behalf of myself. And what I shared with Lori was, as we all know in our crazy world, it's good to find friends, and that's who I found in you. That when I was new to this job, every event that I went to that Julianna was at, she would grab me, go announce yourself, do this is so-and-so, and you'd introduce me to so many people. And when I told our district staff that you were going to retire, everyone said they had not met a more kind or generous person since we started our path in the district office. So, and Congressman Raskin asked me to present to you a certificate of special congressional recognition in recognition of your exemplary and passionate service to the people of Maryland. And he and all of us wish you best wishes.
Please give him my.
I will.
Okay, let's pass the microphone to anybody down on this end who would like to speak.
Julianna, I'd just like to say thank you for all the teamwork, working with you over the last 6 years. You were one of the first point of contacts that I had, in coming into public sector. And so I just want to say thank you. Thank you all for your mentoring and your help and your teamwork in, handling constituent issues. So good luck on your next chapter of your life, and God bless.
It's been a pleasure.
Julianna, my friend, thank you so much for everything that you've done. You were one of the first friendly faces when I first started this gig, and you've become a good friend, and I don't think I've met anybody more delightful than you. You are sincerely just a wonderful, loving human being, and I'm going to miss you, but now you can come to Frederick and have a long, leisurely lunch, or to stay for a glass of wine in the evening you want to run off to another event. So congratulations to you. We love you.
Thank you.
Anybody else down here want to say a word? Okay. We're going to pass it the other direction. I know we have Mayor Burgoyne.
Yes, I want to thank you. On the very first hour I was mayor, in walks somebody into my very first meeting, and it was Julianna, to recognize us because we had an all-mayor council and all-female council, all-female council. See, I'm nervous again. And she introduced herself and said she was from Senator Mikulski's office, and I thought, I've only been mayor 20 minutes. What have I done? I had no idea. I was so scared, and I didn't know what to do in the meeting. She said, well, you're the mayor. You can decide. You're the mayor. And for several years after that, I would call her, ask her advice. She'd say, you're the mayor. You're the mayor. I carry her on my shoulder now. When I think about things, I hear Julianna saying, you're the mayor. And the first thing I thought when I heard that you retired is exactly what Kelly said. Now you're going to have time, we hope. Anyway, may I pass this on? Thank you
Pass it
so
down to
much.
MC.
Thank you. Burkittsville, thanks you.
I'm just going to make this very brief. Have fun in your retirement. Come to Frederick and have lunch with us and hang out for a little while. And I'm going to just pass this on down because we're in a little bit of a hurry. So congratulations on your retirement. I'll give you a hug and I'll pass it on. Thank you.
Why don't you introduce yourselves as you pass it down there?
Oh, I'm the MC Keegan-Air. I'm the president of the county council, which we have a meeting coming up. So
Oh, we've still got 7 minutes.
who's counting?
Kai Hagan, also member of the county council. I first met you, Julianna, it's been like 14 years now. And what's amazing is you're proof that someone can get to know someone so well and become such good friends, just meeting at events and meetings and things like that. Of course, it helps that there are so many of them that you attend to, and literally, you know, over that and through that become genuine friends. And the only other comment I just want to make is that I'm sure, I hope, and I fully expect that both senators really understand what an amazing person they've had out here and the impact that it has, and I hope their work as hard as they probably should to find someone who can do half the job.
Thank you, Kai.
I'm Joan Kleinman. I'm here representing Senator Chris Van Hollen. When the senator was elected in November of 2016, one of the first calls I got was from Julianna, who said, I'd love to stay on representing Western Maryland for the senator. And I said, sure. And I called the senator and I said, I have someone for our Western Maryland office. I told them it was you. She knows everyone. She knows everything about Western Maryland, and she would be a perfect fit. And he said, well, I don't know her that well. I said, trust me. And a month or two later, you were at an event with the senator in Annapolis. I think he was speaking before the Rural Maryland Council, and everyone who stood up.
It was Pace. It was
Pace,
Allegheny
correct.
County.
It was Pace. And everyone who stood up told the senator in the beginning of their remarks, you were so smart to hire Julianna Albowicz. And I was like, phew, I knew I had done the right thing. So thank you so much for joining our team. You have raised us to a new level, and it's just been a joy and a privilege to work with you.
Thank you.
Just a quick note, my name is Nikki Frierson. I'm also with Senator Van Hollen's office. This is more on it's personal and professional. Julianna and I both live in Hagerstown, and we connected very early on. And I, for a moment, was a road warrior with her, and we traveled the Western Maryland Alps, as she calls them. And as everyone has said, she is so personable and friendly, and she took me under her wing and showed me the ropes. And I'm just so thankful that she also has extended her personality to my family as well, and we will definitely miss you, but I will be in touch.
Me too.
So my name is Robin Summerfield, and I work for United States Senator Ben Cardin. And for the past 12 years, I have not had a closer or more special friend.
How about 15 and a half?
How long?
No, you weren't there when I started.
I did have the opportunity, the honor of getting to know her before I had this job. Because I was the one calling her to ask for her to appear at events and bring certificates, and she was right there and so accessible. So I learned right away that's what the job was about and needed to be. And so I just want to thank you for recognizing my dear friend. This is so special. Julianna Albowicz Day. I suspect this will not be the last Julianna Albowicz Day that I spend, but thank you all for that. And I want you all to know, the people on this stage are the reason we love this job. And I know it's the reason she loves this job, and there are so many more of you, all stripes, all parties, and all kind of government, and we really, really love you, and I know that's what has made this so special for Julianna, so thank you all for recognizing me.
Next we have Jerry. Okay, and I'll note we have Jerry Donald standing here at the end of County Councilman. Now, we're going to turn the microphone over to you, Julianna,
And I've
for
got
a
3
minute to
minutes.
say a few words.
All right, I want to echo everything that Robin had said. You know, you all have made my job a pleasure and very, very humbling, and it's been like fun, not work. Joan, don't quote me on that. But seriously, and Robin and I have often said that Frederick is the happening place. So you all keep us the busiest of all 4 counties. And it's been a pleasure knowing each and every one of you and serving you and following 2 great U.S. senators. Real quick, I want to echo the words of Senator Mikulski when she retired a couple years ago. Though I'm turning a new page, make no mistake, I'm not writing the last chapter. And I want to say goodbyes are not forever. Goodbyes are not the end. They simply mean I'll miss you until we meet again. And I want to say goodbye tension, hello pension. So with that, I will leave you all and I will be back to visit every one of you. Thank you, thank you.
Oh, Julianna, thank you for those words of wisdom. As you can tell, we really all love you and appreciate all that you have done. I want to thank you for making life better for people here in Frederick County and all around Western Maryland. You truly are a ray of sunshine. Now, we wish you the absolute best in your retirement, and we know that we'll be seeing you and that we'll be blessed with your energy and continued friendship. And we do have, in addition to the proclamations, I do have a couple of gifts for you. We have a bouquet of flowers to present to you, and also a little something extra from myself. So if you see Julianna, thank her for all she's done for our community and wish her a happy retirement. Thank you for joining us for Julianna Albowicz Day in Frederick County.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.